Hey everyone, welcome to YT News. In today's video, we will look at some of the leftist cringe moments. But like always, before we begin, please subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so that you don't miss out on any of our upcoming videos. Number 5. Hate symbol at resort. In a perfect example of making a mountain out of a molehill, a couple got offended by a person wearing a Gru costume from the movie Despicable Me at a children's resort. The incident that was described by the parents was that while their daughter was taking a picture with the costumed employee, he put his hand on her shoulder and made an OK sign. Their issue with this sign was that this is supposedly a symbol for hate speech and bigotry. While this has been the case many times, such as in the case of the Christchurch shooter, it doesn't necessarily mean that everyone who uses this sign is immediately sympathizing with bigotry and hate. The concerned parents then raised the issue with the Orlando resort, and they immediately fired the employee. As if all this wasn't enough, the parents also went on TV to tell the entire world about their experience at the resort. This is why some people can't stand the leftist people and their agendas.
I was like, wait a minute, why is this sign on my child's shoulder? When my child had approached him, he put his hand on her as though he was just doing it regular. And as I was looking at the camera, he started to put the universal white supremacist hate sign on her shoulder.
Number 4. Joe Biden's view on guns. When Joe Biden was the vice president during Barack Obama's tenure, he gave his views on the gun issues. He said that he has told his wife that if she ever gets scared, she should take a shotgun and fire 2 rounds into the air from her balcony. He said that this would be very effective at frightening and scaring off any potential intruders or thieves. This was such a cringe and awkward moment, and hearing him describe this imaginary scenario was almost unbearable.
If you want to protect yourself, get a double-barrel shotgun, have the shells, a 12-gauge shotgun, and I promise you, as I told my wife, we live in an area that's wooded and somewhat secluded. I said, Jill, if there's ever a problem, just walk out on the balcony here, or walk out, put that double-barrel shotgun, and fire 2 blasts outside the house. I promise you, who's ever coming in is not going to, you don't need an AR-15.
Number 3. Justin Trudeau and assault weapons. During the raging months of this pandemic, which devastated the world, the Prime Minister of Canada held a press conference regarding assault weapons. The Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau, stated that from that moment on, no one was allowed to sell, buy, import, or even use assault weapons in the country. This decision came in light of several shootings that were carried out using such weapons. There were a few moments in the press conference that stood out, one of which was when he said that people didn't need an assault weapon to hunt a deer. The real problem with this announcement was the tone and demeanor with which it was delivered.
Today, we are closing the market for military-grade assault weapons in Canada. We are banning 1,500 models and variants of these firearms by way of regulations. These weapons were designed for one purpose and one purpose only: to kill the largest number of people in the shortest amount of time.
Number 2. Representative gets scared of garbage disposal. Another example of cringe behavior from the left side of the political aisle is the reaction of a representative when faced with a garbage disposal. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez has made a name for herself as being the champion of people's rights. When she was still new to the job, she moved into a new apartment. Since she didn't have a rich lifestyle before getting the job as a congresswoman, she was shocked to find a garbage disposal in her sink. The thing that surprised her was the heinous sound it made when it was turned on. She took this tiny matter to Instagram and made a long series of videos about it. While slightly hilarious to watch, it was nonetheless unnecessary and unwanted information.
I need your help because I just moved into this apartment a few months ago and I flipped this switch and it made that noise and it scared the daylights out of me. I am told this is a garbage disposal. I've never seen a garbage disposal. I never had one in any place I've ever lived. It is terrifying. I don't know what to use it for or what its purpose is. Like food scraps? Like, is this environmentally sound? I don't know.
Boo! No, I'm just kidding. I think there's a piece of glass down there.
Number 1. Police describing prohibited weapons. One press release was filled with some embarrassing and hilarious moments. These moments came about as a result of the police describing some items that might be considered illegal by them. They started off with a nunchuck. Then they moved on to brass knuckles, pepper spray, and tasers. The cringe part of this press release wasn't entirely the information that was being delivered. It was mostly the sullen and disinterested tone with which the info was being conveyed.
Halton Regional Police is running our first regional firearms and weapons amnesty from the 15th of October to the 15th of November this year. We are encouraging students and parents to surrender any weapons to police. We will be showing you some weapons that have been seized during police investigations.
These are commonly known as nunchucks. 2 sticks, solid, metal, wood, or plastic, joined by a link or chain. These are commonly known as brass knuckles, which are conjoined by either 1 or more bands that go over the fingers.
Tell us how weirded out did you guys get? With that, that's a wrap for today. We will soon see you guys in another video.